Hello, I'm Danielle Wilson. I'm the Executive Director at Raven. I am a member of the Cloquet First Nations, and I'm a married mother of three lovely children, and I'm here living in Lekwungen speaking people's territory. There was two reasons. My background is environmental health, and so working with Indigenous people in the environmental health field, very well aware of the impacts of the environment that surrounds us and the direct impact it has upon everything that affects our well-being in terms of food, land, air, and water. When I saw the mission and vision statement of Raven to seek environmental justice, which is enveloped around climate change and social justice as well, that's what drew me to working here, having the background in that and knowing the injustices as well were for our Indigenous people. So that's the other part that drew me here, having worked in the various levels at the federal, provincial, and local levels, and seeing the injustices for our Indigenous people. So what drew me to work at Raven was the combination of both of those that married well together into one position, seeking environmental justice for our Indigenous people, land and title rights, so that there was more autonomy for our Indigenous people, and at the end of the day is to serve to provide a better environment for current generations and future generations. One of the highlights has been going to the rally in Toronto in September for Breathing Lands. It's one of the campaigns that we are supporting. It was such a highlight to be able to see the youth and elders walking together in solidarity and going to the grounds in Toronto to send a very strong message to the public that there was some strong support internally in the First Nations communities, but also that it's a message outwards to the general public that Indigenous people are here fighting for their land and title rights and environmental justice. It was monumental, and it was foundational shifting for myself to be a part of that rally, to be in there and witnessing it firsthand. By donating to Raven and supporting the campaigns, what it does is that it provides the justice that our Indigenous people are seeking, but to the betterment to everybody that is living on Turtle Island, on these settled lands. So for 2024, what I would like to see is that the messaging of Raven continues to grow across Turtle Island. We do know who our donors are, and we greatly appreciate them, but we would love to expand our reach so that our circle of supporters continues to grow and expand into the United States and even broader, because the messaging that we provide, it's valuable to everyone, because what's happening here in Canada in terms of climate change, that is an impact that is not just resounding in Canada, it's a global issue as well. So for myself, what I would love to see is the expanded reach and the word of Raven, so that people can be aware of Indigenous people and the struggles that they're facing. The wonderful thing about Raven is that if you are very, very knowledgeable, or if you're very targeted about a campaign that you want to support, for instance, if you are from the West Coast and the Heiltsuk territory is important to you as a valuable area, we appreciate the donations that people provide directly to those campaigns. But for people that are not aware and are just venturing into Indigenous justice, then, Raven, we also offer those options to people to donate to us, and we can help support and provide the guidance and where those donations can go towards, and whether it just be for Raven in general as well. We are an organization at the end of the day that every day we work towards improving the justice for our Indigenous communities in Canada. But if you're unsure, we're also an avenue for people to be able to support Indigenous people in a more broader sense. We do provide a lot of information and education to people as well. So we are an access of information and resources for individuals to learn more about Indigenous people and their land and title rights and environmental justice. In Nuu-chah-nulth language, we say thank you, but not just in words, but it's also we raise our hands to say Kleko, Kleko to all our supporters, all our donors, all our subscribers. You are valuable to Raven, and I look forward to 2024 and what the future brings with us together.